This is the first fashion exhibition that I have curated. My interest in working with fashion is from a design perspective. So I'm interested in obviously their clothing and their accessories of these designers, but I'm very interested in how they position themselves in design. All three design studios really view fashion very much as a place where they can talk about issues related to daily life, but also about identity, about our place in the world, very much through the idea of fashion and accessories. Austrian designer Desiree Heiss and German designer Inez Karg are Bless, and they founded Bless in 1997. Their work very much blurs the line between fashion and conceptual art, designed objects, and they always inject their work with a lot of irony and a lot of humour. And when I first went to Bless, they hated the idea that we were going to be showing things on mannequins, or we might be showing things in very traditional ways. And they came up with the idea of this chain mail. It's very informal. They wanted people to also come in and be able to touch the work, to get a sense of the objects, be able to sort of hang out in the space that's quite intimate. Boudicca also was established in 1997, and they are based in London, and they are partners in life and partners in their business. It's Zoe Broach and Brian Kirkby. Boudicca was named after this sort of formidable warrior queen who was said to have led this sort of ruthless war against the Romans around AD 60. A lot of their projects are inspired by the political landscape, the social landscape, and they use film as a way of exploring those narratives. They look to history, they look to art, they look to culture, philosophy, and fragments of ideas run through their work. The other thing is sort of evident. You know, they're a boy and they're a girl, and they call their approach very much boy-girl. There is obviously, they're keenly interested in what it means to be feminine or masculine. One of my favourite pieces is Woad, the perfume that they created. Queen Boudicca was said to, when she sent out her warriors into battle, that they all wore this blue face paint. Boudicca became obsessed with this and took 7 years to develop a perfume that also sprays on like blue paint. And then you can literally just rub it away. Swedish designer Sandra Backlund graduated from the Beckmans College of Design in Stockholm in Sweden in 2004, and that same year started her own label in the city. And she focuses specifically on knitwear, obviously borrowing from Sweden's tradition of crafts practices, of knitting, of knitwear. She's developed this technique of three-dimensional knitting, which allows her to create these very dramatic, very sculptural forms. So she'll start with the model or the mannequin, and she'll build in 3 dimensions around it, developing ideas from scratch, building things like a sculptor might work with clay. She'll be there knitting away for hundreds of hours of solitary labour to create these collections. Ultimately, what I hope is, the work that you see up in the gallery, their installations or their photography, and even the films that Boudicca produces, these are produced very much for this inside world of fashion. But obviously here is put on display for us all to experience and enjoy.